RuneScape, as we all know, is one of the largest MMOs of today. It's been nominated for many awards and has been very active on YouTube and Twitch. Just like other games, RuneScape has had its fair share of ups and downs, and with that being said, in this video I'll be going over the best and worst years that RuneScape has encountered. In the lifetime of RuneScape, we've seen more good than bad. However, when the bad updates do happen, they mainly cause a drastic change and result in a diverse community. Lucky for us, we've only seen 2 years like this. Up until late 2007, RuneScape was in a very good state, having over 7 million active accounts. 6 million being from free-to-play and 1 million being from pay-to-play. It was at this point that RuneScape was at an all-time peak, and during this time frame, one thing that majority of the players loved doing was PKing. PKing was a very big aspect of the game and caused players to use large amount of coins on it. However, Jagex was facing issues with real-world traders along with fraudsters and had to find a solution to it. If they only put a trade limit, players would obviously find a loophole around it and transfer money through PvP. Therefore, Jagex decided to completely remove free trading along with the wilderness and replace it with bounty hunter and clan wars. Of course, players were furious about this. Riots went on for over 48 hours and more than half of the player base had quit. The removal soon after made many players question the direction of the game in hopes that Jagex will somehow revive it. However, matters only seemed to get worse. The implementation of summoning and HD graphics to some people meant that the simplicity was fading away. The player base continued to decline, and all in all 2008 checked off as an unsuccessful year for RuneScape. The evolution of combat saw its release in November of 2012, and without a doubt was one of the largest and most controversial updates in RuneScape history. Jagex decided to completely rework the combat system in an attempt to balance out the combat triangle, and as you all know, this went far from planned. Many players struggled to recognize the game and saw it being far from its original tradition. Many games that were previously active had been left abandoned, such as Soul Wars, Clan Wars, Fist of Gothics, and so on. The revolution caused even more players to quit, and by the end of 2013, RuneScape's player base was at an all-time low, which to this day is still unmatched. As mentioned earlier, RuneScape from 2006 towards the end of 2007 was in a very healthy state. There were many things to do and a lot of people to play with. Now personally, during primary school, I had a lot of friends that played with me. I was jealous from the fact that everyone had higher stats than me, so I had to do what's best for myself. I went around and started telling everyone that I'm Zezima himself, and surprisingly enough, many people believed this to be true. Overall, it wouldn't be a surprise to meet someone and find out that they share the same interest with you in playing RuneScape, and that's what made 2006 to 2007 a very good time for us all. Whilst PKing was a big aspect of the game that got removed, the players who remained were still active and adapted to the game without PvP. Soul Wars got revived and Revenant hunting was slowly becoming a thing. Not to mention house parties still going strong, one-iteming bounty hunter worlds, and a kick-ass Halloween event where you got to fight J-mods who turned into zombies. 2010 definitely checked off as a good year for RuneScape regardless of what you enjoyed doing in the game, whether it was PvP, PvM, or simply skilling. There was always something available to keep your joy up. Moving on to 2017, Old School had finally surpassed RuneScape 3 as the most popular game of the two. RuneScape 3 had increased the level cap to 120 and got rid of the free-for-all portal at Clan Wars. The result of this caused many angry players to quit RS3 and finally switch over to Old School. Old School at the time had a whopping 65,000 active players, in comparison to RuneScape 3's 20,000 active players. With old school RuneScape's increase in popularity, Jagex saw it to be a good idea to release many updates for this particular year. We saw 5 new quests, the nerf of Zulrah, the implementation of raids and the Inferno boss, and lastly my most favourite, the shift drop option. What would you consider to be the best and worst years of RuneScape? Let me know in the comments down below. That's it for today's video. Until next time, peace. The result of this caused many The result of